Okay, we're going to talk about multiplying decimals. What happens when we multiply decimals? Okay, so you should have this notes page. Okay, so step 1 is going to be multiply like normal. You multiply like normal. Okay, so let's look at 8 times 1 is 8 times 7, 56. 8 times 1 plus 5, 13. We come down here and we add a 0. So we can go to the next number, correct? 5 times 1 is 5 times 7. 5 times 1 plus 3. Okay, so we multiplied like normal. Nope, now we gotta add them up. 8 plus 0. 6 and 5. 5 and 3. Plus 1 is. And 8 plus 1. So we multiplied like normal. Now we have to count the decimals within the problem. We're going to count the decimals. Within the problem. What I mean by that is, how many numbers in the original problem come after the decimal? Okay, so we're just going to count them up. So in 17.1, how many numbers come after the decimal? 1. I want you to draw a little line like that to show that. How many numbers come after the decimal in 5.8? So total, there are how many? There are 2 numbers that come after the decimal. In our answer, we're going to put the same number of decimals. So if we had 9918 here, we had 9918. We're going to put the same number of decimals in our answer. So we're going to start at the very back of the number, right here behind the 8. And we're going to count backwards. 1 space, 2 space, and then we're going to put our decimal. We want to make it so that however many total numbers behind the decimals in the problem, there's that same number of decimals in the answer. So we just put 2 decimals in the answer. So we're going to put the same number of decimals in the what? In the answer. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. Okay, let's do a couple of these practice problems. What's the first step? Multiply like normal. The first step is to multiply like normal. So I want you to start by multiplying this 3.2 times 0.47 just like you normally would. Okay, I'm going to do it up here, and then you can check your answer with mine. Did you get 1504? Okay, now let's count the decimals. How many numbers in the problem total came after decimals? 3. We've got 1 here and 2 here, so altogether that makes 3. So that means in our answer, we need to put 3 numbers after the decimal. So where's our decimal going to go? Between the 1 and the 5. That gives me 1, 2, 3 numbers that come after the decimal. Pretty simple stuff. Now let's try the next one. I'm getting 6257. Is that what y'all are getting?
Yeah, 6057.
Okay, so 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 2 makes 60. So 9 times 3 is 27. Put my 7 down, carry my 2. 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 2 is 65. So I put my 5 here, my 6 on top. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 6 is 60. Y'all right? I was just making sure you were paying attention. That's a lie. I just got it wrong. Okay, so when I go to put my decimal, how many numbers came after the decimal in the original problem? 5. So I need 5 after the decimal in my answer. Well, how many do I have?
4.
So when I go back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do I add my 0? In the beginning. Because I'm counting from the back. I start counting from the back. Since I start counting from back here, I have to add my 0 in the beginning. So our answer is decimal 06057. Good catch on that one, guys. Okay, and then try the last one completely on your own and then check it with mine. And check me and make sure I don't get it wrong. .320.05. Is that what you're getting? Very good. Okay, that gets us finished with this page. So now we can go to the decimal practice page. We are going to skip around on this page some too. So let's try 1, 4, and 5. Here at first. Let's try 1, 4, and 5. Okay, you're going to try them on your paper. I'm going to try them on mine. You are going to then check yourself and see how you're doing. Did everyone finish with number 1?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, I want you to look at number 4 really fast. So when we go to our second number, you know how we add a 0 and then we keep going? If we go to a third number, what do we do first? When we went to the second number, we added a 0 and we kept going. So when we go to the third number, we add how many zeros? 2. Okay, so for example, everybody watch me for just a second. 6 times 2 is 12. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. Now because I'm going to the second number, I'll add a 0 here. 7 times 6 is what? 42. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 4 is 60. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 6 makes 20. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. Okay, now this is what I wanted you to see. When I go to that third number, now I'm going to the third number here. Not only do I add 1 0, but now I add an extra 0. So I have to add 2 zeros when I go to the third number. If I go to a fourth number, then I have to add 3 zeros. If I went to a fifth number, then I would have to add 4 zeros. See what I'm saying? You add an extra 0 each time. Okay? And you can also tell here that what I did is I switched these numbers. I put 12.86 on top and 17.2 on bottom because there was less numbers. Okay? All right, so now y'all can finish trying it. Raise your hand if you finished number 4. Okay, just keep working. If you finish 4 and 5, you can start on 11 and 12. Okay, what'd y'all get for number 4? 221.192. Kind of a long one, right? But it's just multiplying like you've always done. The only thing we're doing differently now is counting those decimals. Okay, and then for number 5, did you get .0168?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.